Welcome everyone back to our fucking next review on Jar Star Wars Battlefront.
Star Wars? Star Wars? Star Wars? Star Wars? Star Wars? Star Wars? Star Wars! Star Wars, everybody! Woo! Star...
So I suppose I should start by saying that we're all huge fans of Star Wars Battlefront 2 because Jamie's a piece of shit and so he didn't like the first one. Remember that, everyone. It's more than just one opinion on this channel. Yeah. However, even with our love for Star Wars Battlefront 2, we were trepidatious about this game because of, you know, it being EA and DICE and them having a... Well, they're not bad, obviously, they're just, it's EA and DICE. You have to be wary of what they might do. Obviously, there was concerns that it would just be Battlefront with a Star Wars skin, or EA would fill it with microtransactions and shit like that. As is tradition. I'm glad to say, if nothing else, that this stays true to Star Wars and is all very Star Warsy and full of Star Wars shit. Like, it looks like Star Wars, sounds like Star Wars. It feels like you're actually in Star Wars when you play it. Jim, can you do the laugh? Wow! But even with the faithfulness of the sounds and the visuals of Star Wars, the visuals being real fucking good, the voice acting is utter shite on the 6 heroes, apart from Boba Fett, where they actually brought in the clone voice actor guy and he's good, but Luke, Darth Vader, fucking Leia, Han, and the Emperor all just sound shit.
Destroy them all, my apprentice.
As you wish, master.
The things I do for that princess.
May the Force be with us. May the Force be with us.
Just bad impressions, more or less, of the characters. I mean, Leia's probably one of the least bad ones, because it's just like, oh, it's a lady.
Our friends are counting on us.
But then Han Solo's voice actor is someone trying to do an impression of Harrison Ford doing his Han Solo thing. So it's just crap. Luke just sounds like, yeah, may the Force be with you. And he actually says that when he comes into battle, I think, and it's really just... Everyone is saying the same thing about this game though, and that is that it's faithful to Star Wars and looks like Star Wars, but it's shallow and empty, like my soul.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
A lot of the reasons why I like this game is that it's manipulative because it's Star Wars, so I naturally like it because it looks like Star Wars. But if it was any other game, I probably wouldn't let it get away with it as much. But just because it's Star Wars, it plays on my nostalgia and makes me want to just play it because Star Wars. Good thing, if you want, is that there's nothing of the prequels in it other than the odd thing, like the bizarre, fucking weird alien races that you can have as your rebel head. Apart from one of the aliens, which is a weird sort of Hispanic alien from Return of the Jedi for whatever reason. I don't even know why that guy was there, but that's a different story, isn't it? Another thing is this game's getting a lot of passes because of the new film coming out. But again, nothing else would get that. Remember fucking movie tie-in games? You didn't pass them because they were movie tie-ins. Everyone hated them because they were movie tie-ins. We can't stress enough just how good this game looks and sounds, especially looks. No, actually there's no one that's like better than the other. They're both really, really amazing. It's even on Xbox One and PS4 compared to PC, it still looks really fucking good. I mean, I saw some screenshots of 4K PC and I was like, yeah, that looks really good. And then I put on Xbox One as well. I was like, yeah, that looks really good. It doesn't really, you know, you don't sit and look at a really fucking close-up thing and bark when you're playing the game. I'm just playing on it. Yeah, this game looks good. Okay. Comparison bit over. Not gonna fucking put them side by side. Pull an IGN. Get the fucking comment section riled up about which is better. Fuck you. Above all else though, this game is really fun to play. Whilst it's competitive in, you know, both sides want to win each game, it's not Halo 5 MLG, Call of Duty Drop Shot MLG, fucking Counter-Strike competitive. It's fun competitive. It's fun-petitive. Yeah, that's a word. All of the maps are really good, of which there are 12 based on 4 planets. So do the math, everybody. There are around 12 maps in the game based on 4 planets. They're all good maps, they all work just fine with the game types, but they're all just sort of, how many landmarks from Star Wars can we cram into one area? I mean, other than the Hoth one's very loyal to, I guess, how the general appearance of it all. But on Tatooine, it's like, oh look, here's Jabba's palace. Oh, and here's Mos Eisley spaceport. Oh, and here's Luke's house. Oh, and here's the Millennium Falcon, all within like a fucking mile of each other. Doesn't make sense, but it doesn't matter. I don't care that that's a thing. It's fucking Star Wars, so yeah. Like I said earlier, it's getting a pass because it's fucking Star Wars. All of the game types in Star Wars Battlefront are serviceable. Obviously with games, there are a lot of just sort of like, here's this game type because yeah. Here's this game type because yeah. But the standouts are Walker Assault, Fighter Squadron, and Supremacy. I'm not going to describe what they are because, no, it's a review, okay? Just buy the game. And you say we're unprofessional. Okay, so I lied, and then Alex punched me in the face and told me I had to describe them. I'm bleeding, right? You just can't see it because we put loads of makeup on me so you wouldn't see the black eye. Fighter Squadron is the two teams, spaceships, kill each other, get points for killing each other, and for killing the shuttles that fly through for each team. Supremacy is like a strange mobile kind of rush. So there are 5 points, and your team has to capture all of them, but there's only one available or two available at a time. So you push the other team back all the way, so you capture all 5, or they push you all the way back. Again, I think that might maybe make sense. If you played it, you'd see, but it's good. And Walker Assault is very obviously killing the AT-ATs, so the Imperials have to stop the rebels from capturing the two uplinks. The two uplinks call in Y-wings. The rebels have to hold them to get more Y-wings, and the Imperials have to stop them. And the more Y-wings you have, the longer the AT-AT shields are down, so obviously the longer the rebels have to deal damage to the AT-ATs. That was fucking horrendously described, but I don't care. This is only really a critique I can give right at the start of the game existing. It is laggy at the moment for some people. Perhaps it's just their fucking terrible internet, Alex. But it's laggy at the moment, and obviously if you're doing Fighter Squadron and it decides to lag, you lose control of your ship for a second and just drift into the fucking ground and die. So it's really conducive to your success in the match with the lag. Another issue of the game at the moment, which I'm sure will be addressed in future updates and patches and shit, as is the case with most DICE games, shots fired, is the balancing, obviously. Spawning is a bit of a mess at the moment, and the higher the level, the more ultimate you are. So obviously, I guess that is the case of games, and you might say that that's not really a fair criticism, but it is a bit shit though, because obviously there's being a higher level and having better guns because of it, but then there's being a higher level and just have really, really ridiculously good guns. Some fucking guy was looking in the window just then. He's gone now, but should go out there and kill him, shouldn't I? Moving on from game types, etc., the lack of conquest is strange. Conquest being the original game type, or whatever, of Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, which is pretty much exactly the same as Battlefield's Conquest. So I don't need to describe it because it was just the same thing. But it's not in Battlefront, which I said might be because DICE didn't want to put it in because they didn't want it to seem like it was just Battlefield. I don't know, but they didn't put it in. Maybe it'll be released in DLC or some shit, who knows. It's strange that Galactic Conquest isn't in this game, although you can understand why, because there are 4 planets, whereas in Star Wars Battlefront 2 there were like, I don't know how many, but there were more than 4, okay? More than 4. Not that the 4 planets thing really bothers me. It doesn't. But I'm just saying, Galactic Conquest isn't in for a reason. Again, could exist in the future, but probably won't bother. Star Wars Battlefront was never going to be a game known for its single-player content, but there is some, and it's very, whilst it's kind of cool, there's one where you are on speeders going through Endor. It's cool. One where you do a little AT-ST, sort of orientation mission. That's fine as well, but they're all forgettable. You just sort of do them, and that's it. You probably never do them again. Now, Star Wars Battlefront has an unlock system, but it's really crap. So there's no point even fucking using it, really. I was massively disappointed by it, actually. I thought be able to like change colours and shit and change the gadgets and crap that your stormtroopers would be wearing or the rebels would be wearing, but it's not. There are like 10 different heads you can have, each have like 4 different things you can change on them. Like, it'll be a dude with hair, or it'll be a dude with a beard, or it'll be a dude with a helmet and no beard, or a dude with a helmet and a beard. That's about as in-depth as it gets. Or a woman with a ponytail, or a bob, or... And even then it's just the 4 preset heads, and you can't change your armor at all. The only thing that gets even close to that is that on the Imperials you can have, by the time you're level 40, you can be a scout trooper, or at level 50, you can be a shadow trooper. And that's it. That's the only change. Star Wars Battlefront also has really nice visual design. The UI is clean, easy to fucking read, you know what's going on. It's not crazy and covered in shit that makes no sense. And the menus are all very nice to you as well. But on the menu there's one big section labeled Season Pass. And now, there are no microtransactions, so that's nice for once. But the Season Pass seems like it's going to be very necessary to actually sort of continue playing the game with the core of the fan base, or else the fan base will be split in some way. In Battlefield, it's not as much of a problem because there's a server browser and you just change your filter. I mean, whatever. Don't really want to compare it to Battlefield, but Star Wars Battlefront, there's no server browser, so it seems like if you search on Warcraft or whatever, you'll be playing with a real tiny amount of people if you don't have the DLC. Considering DICE have chosen to limit themselves to just the original trilogy, it's probably fairly safe to assume that the maps will be like a Death Star map, Bespin, or Cloud City, whatever you know it as, map, an asteroid field map, and a Dagobah system map, or environments, whatever. And if we're right, you all owe us a pint, apparently. I wouldn't have chosen a pint, I would have chosen something better, but Alex is a fuckboy and he chose a pint.
Of Coke? Ooh. Milk.
Cranberry juice. Much like Evolve, Destiny, Titanfall, and other fucking games like that, Star Wars Battlefront feels kind of like a shell that's fun to play, but just lacking in loads of content. Although it is really fun to play. I mean, like Titanfall is really fun to play as well. It just doesn't have much going on in it. Because apparently it's too expensive now to make a game that looks good and is good, feels good, plays good, and have lots of content in it as well. Jim, please. Star Wars, a battle, money up front, he gets a...
No money. Go take you some conditions. I wave your hand around like that and put some deadbeats who owe me a lot of money. My tricks don't work on me. Only money.
Saved in the editing room. Jim, please.
Jim. Fine then. I'll fight fire with fire.
Now, because all of you are really fucking thick, you don't seem to be able to understand the fact that there are 4 of us, and that the opinions I represent in the reviews are not just mine. So when you're saying, Ruben, blah blah blah, why do you think this? No, it's not just me, it's called Jar fucking Media, okay? See? Got a James as well, and an Alex and a Jamie. So it's all of our opinions.
James, say
you
something.
Fucking morons. See? That's all I want to say. And another thing. You wanted us all to be more enthusiastic, and then as soon as we are, no, don't like it, this is shit, this is weird.
Your channel's really shit! Wow! And I won't explain why!
There's a difference between making really dumb videos with a low fucking production value and then like actual, not crap, but just being stupid in the videos. Fuck all of you, die in a fire, I hate you.
Stupid.
There we go, our subscribers are gonna go down to 0 now.
Oh no! We got no subs! Wow!
Thanks for watching this fucking great new video of us talking about Star Wars Battle Boys. Don't know what we're gonna fucking do next, to be honest.
They're all like the typical end of the year type of videos.
Yeah, or like Just Cause when it comes out. Fuck.
I'm gonna start reviewing
Fuck.
porn, I think.
Shit, I'm ill at the moment.
No, by porn
hence
you
the
mean
sneezing.
you're gonna review Lisa Ann's porn videos, but nobody else's.
No, we're not gonna review porn. Okay, fuck both of you, we're not reviewing porn. So, maybe Rainbow Six, who fucking knows?
We're gonna buy that shit. Ribbon.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that minion doing right next to you?
Please don't. Are you actually gonna fucking... no, there's an Indian probably on the green screen or something.
Yes. So this is ruin the whole video.
I keep banging the mic anyway, and I think it's gonna be a dick.